And I believe that we're live on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma, streaming from the Hermitcraft server. There are bananas in chat from Floyne. Mine Rana, 4Gil96. Appreciate it. That means that we're live. That means that we're live. And we've got a bridge to build in today's live stream. And I've got an announcement, and that is that I'm going to talk like this for the entire stream. Oh, that will get annoying. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. We'll soon find out. I'm already annoyed. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to stop doing this now. How's everyone doing? It looks so weird. Looks so like a blob of colour intersecting, like all the texture. I don't know. Maybe it's just my eyes and the way I'm looking at it right now. It's been a long day, you know. It's kind of been a long day. It's been an alright day. It's been another day on planet Earth. Finished watching all of the Babylon 5 stuff today. I watched the very last movie, and it just ends in such a weird place. It feels like it leads you up to like this big part in the story, and then it's like, and that's it. So if you've been watching these streams, hearing me chat about Babylon 5, if you're a fan of like space drama as they call it, the writing is brilliant, the storyline is genius, one of the best. Acting, leaving a little bit to be desired. It's got its flaws. Its special effects are sort of dated but charming as well. Anyway, there's a lot you could say about it. But now that I've watched the movies, all of the ones that come after it, there's like 2.5 of them that are really good, worth watching. And then the last couple are really bad. That being said, the one I watched that was made in 2007, the very last one, again, the writing's really good, but so much else about it is pretty poor. Anyway, I'm walking back and forth because I'm just trying to get like an image of what I want to do in my head. We're going to do something similar to the last bridge that we built, but I'm going to try and better work in some wooden texture. And I've got a few ideas popping into mind of what could work. We need a bunch of stone. There we go. So there's some shulker boxes with stone, right? I also need to like punch out all of this fire, because I don't want stuff getting set on fire, you know? It's Phosphor says, hello, I've been building in Minecraft with my friends since 9 AM. Cool. Although, because of time zones, you know, I don't know if that means like, you know, an hour or many. And ECS says, oh, the music is eerie, I love it. It's some very Lord of the Rings inspired dungeon synth right here. Like some old school electronica synth type stuff. Hey Xisuma, what are you hoping for the season as in activity and build ideas? Well, I got loads of build ideas. You're going to just have to watch them unfold though, you know? And in terms of hoping for something, I mean, I hope Derpcoin takes off. Derpcoin to the moon, right? So far, it's off to a little bit of a slow start, but we're expanding the stock. I mean, it's like, where'd you put the effort? I put the effort into building the shop, not into making it sell all the stuff that... You know, I didn't build a bunch of farms, really, to bring people in. I just kind of worked with what I had available around me. Who is online? Just Pearl and Hypno at the moment. It's a quiet evening. Sometimes it's like that. Oh yeah, so how to get started with this? Dang, that's a question. That is a question for sure. So I want to have bigger arches than we did last time. I feel like I would like one to be in the middle here. Like a big arch coming out of the middle of the water. What are we under here? We kind of want to build just over on one side. So last time it was like 3 blocks. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next bit there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like that's pretty good. Let's measure it in the other direction. We're going to need a bunch of scaffolding to get all of this built. That's for sure. Hey man, what did you do to the poor axolotl? Mini-me's fine. And no one's surprised. I'm surprised no one has started a horse rental business on the server yet. That I would like. I don't think about rental, but more like purchase, you know? Because, you know, us humans, we like to own animals. That's what we like to do. 1, 2, 3. Hang on, I've got to hop around a different angle here. Pontanu0, thank you for 17 months of support. Also, Gun301 here for 38. Pandakin23 for 16. Mother of Corgis here for 17. Wow. Got some real dedicated peeps tuning in right here. There you go, that would be the other one. I feel like that's for the height and distance and whatnot of this bridge. Like, that's a really nice distribution of arches. So we'll go ahead and pull these up to the top, I guess. This time what I might do, though, is I might just start with the build palette, because I'm doing it similar to the last one. Originally, I was actually going to try and build this all with wood. I was thinking of having, like, big fence gate scaffolding kind of look, but I've tried to actually do that kind of building in the past, and I find it doesn't work out as good as you might think. So we'll stick with what we've seen work. So we want some of those. We want to make more of that, actually. Need to get my smeltage on. And you know what? If I had wings and I could fly, I'd whiz over there and use our smelter, but since we're all on foot, I'm going to do it this way. And we got Blastworm here for 15 months. I think that Evil X guy might be up to no good. May want to keep an eye on him. I don't know. I think Evil X is trying to reform his image. You know, like opening up this beautiful shop and selling things to the other hermits. I think he's trying to reform his ways, you know. Should give him some credit. Okay, what do we want from here? Yeah, that stuff. That's right. Get most of that cracked. Been getting into streams recently. Love the HHH ones especially, says Ellis. Yeah, they're very unique, you know. But yeah, all the streams are kind of a little bit different from one another. Okay, so we'll have those 4 textures. Oh yeah, and the cracked. So those 5 textures we'll use in building. We got Debug7 here with the Prime. Thank you for using your Prime subscription on me, dude. Appreciate that. Mother of Corgis, thank you for gifting subs to Bob Backles, Welton Streams, Fish Twit, Squibble, Anders James. If you've been gifted a sub, be sure to say thanks in chat. Becca's also here, gifting a sub to 6th Planet 7018. Thank you as always for those gifted subs. Appreciate you supporting the community. We need Derp Stock Exchange, says Pursoon. Derp Stock Exchange, yeah. I mean, the thing with the Derp coin is it's not technically a cryptocurrency. I'm not sure if it's even a currency, because you just buy it and then use it to buy other stuff. Like, it's a thing, but it's also not a stock. I don't know what it is. It's confusing. I was just thinking that maybe we should figure out what height this thing goes to, because we're going to put in some arches, but they're going to be of a different variety. I can always picture it, or ways I can almost picture it in my mind. I think we want that arch to be visible. Probably want to have like 1 block here. Right, so you've got this underlying bit like that. So then that. Where are the old stairs gone? The old stairs. We've got an Evil Exa here. It's Smartin1018 here for 63 months. Incredible, my dude. Thank you so much. New idea for exploitation. Give the hermits credit cards that they must use in order to get derp coin loans. I've been waiting to tell you all week. That's actually really great. I like that. I like that one a lot. That's going to get written down. I mean, I am literally just going to write it down right now. Oh man, that's a genius idea right there. Derpy Tomcat, thank you ever so much for 8 months of support. Glad to have you back. Breck Drew, thank you for 5 months. I'm from Lapo, thank you for subscribing. And Becca, thank you for another gifted sub to Maurice, 8CF. Appreciate it as always. We've also got Thomex1911 here for 2 months. Cool, so let's say we go with that. It's a big old thing that we're making here. I feel like this gives us extra license to kind of build a shape off the side here. So it's going to look good. I'm just picturing all the shapes, like, one step at a time. So I need to sleep. And then I need even more blocks. Wouldn't it be cool if Hermits could have invested in premium dirt coin and its price per casual dirt coin would change? There's many ways I could have done it, but I've gone with just simple ways, things that I can make work. Because once you start trying to introduce a complex system like that into the game, you tend to need to use redstone, and then pretty quickly does it get kind of like tricksy, you know. So if I want to keep things kind of understandable, then it's got to be, yeah, not too complicated. Let's get a few of those in the mix as well. Cool, so, right, we're going to go back to just doing bits at the bottom for a moment. Blue Snow Fox, thank you for the cheers and biddies. I am glad you're fond of catching these streams. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate it. Appreciate it ever so much. Belle Stevens says, hey X, have you ever got a name for the place yet? If not, how about Derp and Derper? Do you mean the area? Or like, I don't know. Haven't come up with a name for the area as such. Could have a name. Or my starter island could, or something. Right, so I need to make that the dominant texture here. That's just the thing to remind yourself of which one is going to be seen the most. I'll make a couple of changes on this side. Maybe one down here as well. Frosty1, thank you ever so much for subscribing. We also got Lax111. Sorry, 119, using the Prime. Appreciate you, thank you. What other mobs would you like in the game? The Warden. I'd like the Warden in the game, eh? Yeah, another reason for doing this is now I know that these blocks aren't really going to be visible. And therefore I will make them kind of like that. Actually, some of the ones on the side might end up not being visible as well. Yeah, I got a feeling those first ones up there might be not very visible either. So we'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Looks pretty good to me. And up here where the blocks, you know, can't be seen, I'm just going to use this stuff, you know. It's all good, just fill it all in. Hey, we got Sloppy here with the Prime. Appreciate you. Thank you. Have you ever played Five Nights at Freddy's? I have not. However, I have recently been playing that Mini Motorways game. Dang, so tempted to play it again. I might... No, I probably won't. I got too many like chores and stuff to do tomorrow, so I was kind of hoping maybe I could squeeze in a stream, but realistically, probably ain't gonna happen. But it would be nice. Oh, that is not where that goes. I think I'll chop that one out. Yeah, it would be nice to do the next run. I'm eyeing up Tuesday as the next day for a stream, where we do something a little different. Mini Motorways is better than Metro, in my opinion. Adds the right amount of complexity. Smarting to the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, it just has... It just makes you feel more in control. Like, with Mini Metro, there's so less options that make you feel like you're having a difference. In this one, though, you really feel in control. And I think they could push it a little bit further, maybe. I can't help but feel there's like one or two things it'd be nice extra to have in there, but I don't know quite what they would be. I just feel like there could be room for it. And one of the things I'd love to see is like custom levels or like some sort of control over the level. I think it'd be really cool if you could just actually control where the buildings pop up and where the like the houses are, just for your own amusement, really. It'd be kind of fun to like design your own little layout and get all the traffic moving super smooth, and yeah, that kind of sandboxy approach to it could be really cool as well. One thing I like to do is try and put more cracks down in this area. If I had moss, I might use some of that as well. But my thinking is just, like, it's under the water, it's been weathered a bit more, perhaps. Okay, we've got all the different types we use on there? I think we do. Oh. Someone in the area just feel like shooting me? God. Something shot me. I'm not going mad, I promise. Oh, look, there's a skeleton. It was just a skeleton. Hanging out doing skeleton things. There we go. The Arctic Vikings here for 31 months saying, hi X, how are you? I'm alright, thanks for asking. Since I've been back from my holiday, I've had real trouble with like my wrist, and I have pains going through it that I haven't ever really felt before. And it's just from using the mouse, and I've been just trying to adjust my posture and get it as right as I can. And I tell you what, like, I feel like this job, just being at the computer for so long, I'm really starting to get irritated by how this RSI is just constantly giving me one problem or another. And it's like the opposite of what I want to deal with right now. We also had Triforce here subscribing. Thank you, Triforce. We've got Impulse SV with the raid. Oh, goodness me. Welcome, all the raiders. Appreciate you coming by. Some of these blocks need to be randomized, don't they? We are we're playing a game called Minecraft. You might have heard of it. God, you know all about this game. Yeah, we're on Hermitcraft. Am I supposed to build this like a block higher or lower? I think it's yeah, that block there is not going to get seen. I think it's like this. Oh, now I can't reach that. Welcome all the readers. I'll introduce you to what we're doing in just a moment. So yeah, we have that. Then we have a full block, right? And then we have the slabbage, like a cabbage. And that'll be the next half an arch right there. And then we need another row of blocks slightly randomized. Yeah, we're having a bit of a chilled out, relaxed, kind of laid back, hang out, build type stream. It is Friday evening. Usually not a great time to stream. Oh, that's the guy who's shooting me. As I've noticed the audiences tend to be quiet on a Friday evening. Yeah, this shape will get more interesting as we bring out this side. But we're building a bridge across our area. So you can see we've distributed these, and we're going to have quite a few pillars going up, and that's just what we're building at the moment. Dolbinus, thank you for 2 months. EAS68, thank you for 14. And again, thank you, Impulse, for the raid. I saw that Impulse was doing something other than Minecraft today. It's always cool to branch out, have fun with some other games. So yeah, looking good. Do I need to pick up some more? I feel like I just need some more stair blocks and things like that. And can we make cracked stairs? Is that a thing? No, it's not. Let's have a bunch of those. Do I need more of them? Oh, actually, oh no, 24. Probably don't need too many more for now. Let's get back down there. There we go. Andesite. What are the ones we're using? Stone, polished andesite, and then cracked. Good. Where is he building this bridge? Has played Nemesis. right here. Right here, this spot. To give you some bearings, that is B00's mountain. So the other side of that is the Three-Eyed Crew. The Evil Emporium. The Tower of Evil. Cub Fan is off in the distance behind there. And then that's my stuff over in that direction. And you can just about see B-Dubs over there. Is this for travelling with horses, says Daphnes? Yes, it is. That is the aim, the goal. I'll tell you what we do need. We need the scaffolding. This will be quite important to get this all done. Dang, this is some eerie music right here. Cool. I feel like I'm being haunted all of a sudden. That's just how I like it though, isn't it? Can I put one more? I can actually. That's good. Miscounted, I guess. And I should have put some of that back there. Right, so then it's the stair blocks. So I'll have you, just like that. Don't want to overdo the texture changing too much. I find when you're doing the stair blocks, it's nicer to keep them more like the stone bricks. And I need to go back and sleep in my bed. X, did you try some wrist stretching for the pain? Yep, doing all of that. Just can't get it right, you know. I change posture, move things around, try and hold the mouse lightly, not the strain. I'm doing all these different things, and it doesn't help. Get a wrist brace and use it as soon as the pain comes. Highly recommended. Tried that, doesn't help either. I've got a wrist brace for it. It's just a constant issue. And I'm gonna be really gutted if it affects my weight training, because I have had 2 weeks off, and I'm going to like bulk up and raise the weights and do all of that. You know, not straight away with due time, but if this thing gets in the way of it, I'm gonna be super annoyed because I've like, you know, tried to rest and recover best I can. And it just feels like there's always something getting in the way of just enjoying your body and your fitness and your health. Try using ice and the bracing. Peeps, I'll tell you now, I've done everything. I do icing, I do hot water, I do stretching. I mean, there's not much out there I've heard about that I can't try other than surgery. I don't know. Have you been watching the Olympics, is my goo? I have. I've been really, really enjoying it. Absolutely love it watching all the athletes do all the incredible things they could do, right? I got a little bit of a moan though. There's one thing in the Olympics I reckon that they should get rid of, and that is the dress age. That I just do not see the merit in making a horse prance around. And the other day on the BBC, it was double dressage. It was like on both channels for ages, and I was like, this is boring. I don't want to watch this. It's also like it just seems so unathletic as well. Like it doesn't require a lot of the rider. Obviously, there's merit to like, you know, being able to work with a horse and all of that. But it just felt, I don't know. The Olympics, you want to see people sweat. You know what I mean? Like that should be like one of the requirements for a sport. Does it make you sweat? Try riding a horse and then tell me it's unathletic, says Edu Cesar. Okay, yeah, fair point. I haven't ridden a horse, I don't know. But at the same time, it really doesn't look athletic. Like, you are sitting on a horse, so like, yeah, maybe there's actually like a lot of muscle strength that goes into that, but if there is, you don't really see it as a viewer. Okay? As a casual viewer, it just looks like someone sitting on a horse and prancing about. It's I'm really not keen on it. I just read a message and I'm like, I've got to read that twice. Did you just really say what I thought you said? I think someone was trying to make a joke and said something really silly. My father used to tell me all the time that I spent an hour sitting on a horse and doing nothing, says Salem the Witch. Well, you would be best to know what you're doing with your time, right? Like, as an observer, yeah, like, it doesn't look like much, maybe it is. It's obviously speaking with some ignorance, but also as a casual viewer, you know, like, it really doesn't entertain. And maybe if I knew what to look for, it might be more entertaining, but I'm not even that interested to know. Hey, where's the cracked stone? I feel like we've been missing out on that a little bit. What are your thoughts on things like archery, says Saichen? Well, the skill is very obvious with archery. I've also done a little bit of archery, like at summer camp or something when I was a kid. I really quite liked it, actually. But like, you can see that there's skill involved. It's like the shooting. Like, it's obvious, especially when like those discs get thrown out. You can barely see them, and they're like turning and shooting it in half a second. I mean, it makes it obvious that like, here's something that requires a lot of skill. And yeah, it's deceiving. I rode a horse for a long time once and had muscle pain all over the next day. Yeah, that can be like that. It can be like that with anything, though, right? Like, if you do cycling for the first time, you're probably going to feel it if you spend all day going out there, hammering away, spinning your legs. Oh, this is looking real good, and we haven't even like got deep into the detail yet, Adil. Yeah, no, y'all are probably totally right. Like, there probably is a lot of skill and whatnot involved. Just as a spectator sport, to someone who doesn't really know what's going on, it really doesn't look interesting. And I guess I'm not trying to knock the thing so much as I'm just saying, like, as a spectator, that ain't really appealing. Mark says it would be good for you to do a video on Xisuma says on your thoughts on the Olympics. It might do. I'm steering off just putting any old thing on there at the moment. I'm just waiting until there's a apt time to talk about something, and then just talk about it. But you never know. Like, if one of my editors is watching and they want to clip some stuff, I'm probably going to be like, yeah, go on. Okay, let's start with this one. So it's like, yeah, I can see it now. Let's put that there. And then we need some. Yeah, now I can see it. So the slabs are here. Just put it all like that for now. Then we got these things. Some cracked on that side, and then I got this weird feeling like, am I doing this wrong? Because yes, I am doing it wrong. We've jumped the gun there. We have jumped the gun. Still DM, thank you for subscribing. Asteroid Dice 1129 here for 3 months. Great stream. X, got a question for you. Do all the hermits chip in to pay for server maintenance, upgrades, and costs of running it 24/7? Or is it only a couple of the hermits that have pledged to pay for it? I think pretty much everyone chips in. Yeah, pretty sure we all chip in at this point. But like, it's a case of like, if you can't afford it, don't worry about it. So there might be one or two who don't, but that's completely fine. I mean, I'd happily, like, if no one wanted to, I'd just sort it out myself. Like, I'd be more than happy to do that, so. Anyway, people chip in, you know. We've got Kylie Shell. Thank you so much for subscribing, and Total E Wired here with the Prime. Appreciate it. What is your favourite Olympic sport then, X? Oh, God, picking a favourite, that's tricky. I've very much enjoyed watching the table tennis. Really, really like that. And also badminton is very similar, like that one too. Thought that was really cool, what I saw of that today. I love the track and field stuff. Anything like running, pole vaults, all those kind of things. The gymnastics is really cool. I really liked that they included skateboarding. That was awesome to see. I caught a little bit of the surfing, but didn't really know like what I was watching. But I understood so much more of the skateboarding stuff because of like growing up with like Tony Hawk's and Jackass and CKY, like all of that stuff. You kind of like learned it through the culture. Okay, I want to grab my shovel here and actually just like terraform a little bit. I kind of feel like it might be nice to create an artificial dip over here. Table tennis is really good, says the mystery guy. Yeah, especially when they get a rally going. That's just like, whoa. Like, the speed at which they play. And it's similar to the badminton. With the badminton, they have these, like, really interesting, like, postures where they're just so ready to explosively react to whatever happens. And it is so impressive. Really love it. Climbing is on the Olympics for the first time. Thoughts? Yeah, I'd love to catch that. That would be cool. Rock climbing, yeah? Yeah, so I think what we'll do is if we remove a bit more of this stuff and replace it with that. And then we'll try and just create a bit more of like a artificial lump around here. Some of that would actually be like structural, right? Like that. Guess we'll get rid of a couple of these bits. Yeah, something like this. Xisuma, when you made the statue, what mod did you use to change the blocks? The statue? Oh! I know what you mean. What did I use to change the block? World edit. With the commands, right? That was world edit. Triforos says I'm bad at terraforming, so I put off my base for 3 months. Well, if you're bad at terraforming, making a base that needs terraforming, maybe not the best ideas. How do you feel about esports in the Olympics as Manual CL98? That would be interesting to embrace. I mean, there's different things in sport, right? Like some things can be mental and skill based, and other things can be more physical and driven by like stamina and willpower. And esports is more in the category of things like shooting and archery, like skill-based things. But because so much of it is built around athleticism, I think it would be a hard sell. And I kind of feel like it's one of those things like there's at the end of the day, like all of this stuff is kind of trivial. Like we think that these sports mean something and that they have to have this type of thing and all that one, but this is all like meaning that we just apply ourselves to, and you'll find other people that agree with you and you'll find other people that don't, because at the end of the day it's like an organized thing, and it promotes certain values that people find appealing. So, you know, there's no reason it can't be in, but you'll find that people will probably reject it and argue and go, oh, it's not really sports or whatever. I feel like for me with esports, it's like there would obviously be like a contentious argument around that. Like if they added esports, I bet you get a lot of kickback from people outside of esports. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like esports should go do its own thing, you know? It should figure out its own audience and create its own event. Because imagine if like, yeah, I don't know, just take something like Formula 1 racing and then go, we're going to put this in the Olympics. And it's like, well, you got Formula 1. That handles, you know, motor cars and motor vehicles. I don't think there's any motorized stuff in the Olympics, right? Like, they got BMX riding, but they don't have motors. So there's a clear distinction there. And I think esports should probably hold on to that distinction and use that to do its own thing. It'd be really weird to incorporate it into the Olympics, I think. Even though at the end of the day, there's no reason you can't, because it's just a bunch of ideas, right? What did I come over here for? What am I running out of? Different types of stair, I think. Different types of everything, maybe. Excuse me, burping a little bit. Food is digesting. Sure, Insomniacs, there's a lot of people think that esports should be in the Olympics. Not sure if I agree. Okay, so like what I've been trying to do is like break down the argument a little bit so you can see my thinking. But I didn't get all the way there. Like, I don't think it should be in the Olympics. And I don't think that means there's anything wrong with esports. I just think it makes more sense for it to be its own thing. It's always been like on the outside anyway, so why not like embrace that and, you know, esports do its own thing. Moving it into the Olympics, to me, like, oh, someone said chess in the Olympics, it's sometimes called a sport. Yeah, it'd be like, if chess would probably be another one where people would be like, why is this in the Olympics, you know? I think the Olympics appeals to like skill and physicality, and you know, there isn't stuff that already like heavily uses electronics in it, right? So like, why doesn't esports just create its own thing? Is how I'd look at that. It doesn't need to be a part of some existing thing. Skateboarding is now in the Olympics, says Orcha. Yeah, I think skateboarding mixes in well. Again though, like, you know, where those ones have been sort of on the outside of something like the Olympics, you've had like the X Games and whatnot. That's an example of like skateboarding doing its own thing. It didn't need to be in the Olympics, right? It already kind of had its own thing going. Pox Arizalis, thank you for 65 months. Appreciate that. I mean, 65, let's just say that again. Goodness me, 65. That one just went over my head a little bit at first. Then I'm like, whoa, God, it's a long time. I've also got Coney Lives. Oh, that's a 2012 thing right there, isn't it? Thank you for the donation. Hex, I've got an amazing tech metal album that I engineered. I would love to hear your review. How do I submit it to you? It's really mind-blowing stuff, right in your wheelhouse. You will love it. Dude, send me a tweet. Say, hey, it's Coney from Twitch. Here's the album. And I'll give it a listen. I mean, I like technical death metal. Lately with music, I've been doing a couple of things different lately since I've had my holiday, right? I've been trying to, like, be less focused on productivity and more how I feel day to day. As a result, I've been embracing the Olympics, which I might have been like, oh no, you got to listen to that record and like make that album post and, you know, productivity, make music blog. And so I've hardly been listening to music at the moment. I've also just been feeling like when stuff comes up in my inbox, like, you know, this metal band from way back when's got another record out, I'm just finding it less and less appealing lately. Like, I just feel like metal is so sort of stuck in itself. I can't really think of many bands in metal that are doing something genuinely like, okay, this is new, you know? This band's doing really cool stuff, making cool records, but like no one's turning metal on its head or breaking the mold or anything like that. It all just feels, it's kind of like routine. And so I haven't really been like picking out metal albums to listen to at all lately. It's just been, do you know what, I'll give that a pass. You know, like there was like a Dark Throne record recently and it was like, it's just, you know, I know what they're up to. I'll give it a pass. Assuming you messed up the last arch. Oh yes, I did, big time. Thank you for pointing that out. That is a good time to point that out as well. Don't know how I did that though. Maybe it was actually when I counted the original thing. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would suggest that it wasn't. So I goofed there, didn't I? This thing needs to be in this space. So yeah, I've been like taking it easy with creating things and not rushing myself to like write a blog or get on top of whatever needs doing. I've really been trying to like enjoy my time a bit more. Especially if there's like an opportunity to see other people and do something. Because this like productivity mindset is great, but like kind of limits you sometimes. We got Morgan Vest here with the Prime, Becca Jane, and Cario TKT, all with the Prime. Thank you for using your Prime subscriptions on me. I appreciate that. Appreciate it ever so much. Assuming you're so bad and cool, says poor JD. Bad and cool, am I? What am I doing that's bad, first of all? Talbar says, I recently released my first EP. It's such a great feeling to leave something as finished. Yeah. Yeah, I can relate to that a bit, having done something with music myself. That's awesome, dude. Like, like it's interesting you say leave it as finished. I always felt like music's never really finished. Like, you just kind of get to a point where you're like, you know, that's got what I want in it, and that'll do. Because you can always go back and like tweak and change things, and yeah, you can though at one point go, okay, that's it. There you go, done. So yeah, I'm gonna put some run out of stone. Put some stone here because I do want to kind of create that distinction of like separation here. What's X doing today? Building a bridge. Just taking our time, putting it together. Lupus Canis, thank you ever so much for the Prime, my dude. Appreciate it. Art is never finished, says 37. Yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Pretty much it right there. So this arch would then have the slabs at this height, right? And then we come back across with this stuff. This is a good community, what can I say, says Vilcas. I agree, what a good community we got here. Hydrostatic Cog, thank you for your Prime subscription. Appreciate it, my dude. Boris Johnson builds bridges too. Are you a conservative? Jokes, says Epic Dude. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that. I'm very I don't know if the term is like apolitical, but I'm just like so not interested in being part of a party or ideology. I just want to learn and observe and think, and not like come in riding a horse saying this is how it is. Independence, says Hexathon. I will take that. I will take that. Sounds good, doesn't it? There's nothing wrong with that. Although, how independent can I be? Because, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know how to make the electricity turn on. It just turns. I don't know how to farm foods. I just go to the shop and buy stuff. I don't know how I get to the. I don't know how that car works that I get to the shop in. God, so independent. So independent. I don't know how the computer works that's making this stream go down right now. I didn't design it. I didn't make it. Just brought it. Hexathon says, oh, I meant politically independent. I was just making a joke about independence. It's just one of those things like that I've thought about for ages. Is like when someone says, you know, like, oh, I'm independent in society. Obviously, we kind of know what they mean, but like, I like to highlight how much we actually depend on one another. I feel like we don't give enough credence to how interconnected we are and how much like people need one another to make the lights turn on, and you know, all this stuff that's so easy to take for granted, and yet it's like a huge effort. It's like, look at what we've achieved together. It just seems so simple. It's just like so easy to take running water in your house for granted, but it's like, this is what comes of like a cooperative society. That's self-sufficiency. It's a lot to consider unless you want to be a straight-up hunter-gatherer, says Hexatheon. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, like, I relate it to when I hear people talk about. Actually, I won't say because I don't have like a fresh example in my mind where I can be like clear and articulate. But there's just some sort of like voices and ideas out there where I feel like I wish we would just actually realise how much more we all depend on one another. But yeah, I think we've put most of this together here. We'll put a few more stone bricks in place. Hey X, dumb question, but what's your favourite food? Chat will tell you what my favourite food is, although lately I'm in a bit of a weird place with food. Actually, it's probably because I stopped cutting and I just started like eating a bit more every day, but I've just become like less interested in thinking about food and being all hungry and whatnot. I just get on with it each day now. I just have some good healthy food and 2 meals a day and that's it, I'm good. Everyone in chat saying curry. So we went to a curry house on holiday and oh my god did it have like the... I looked at the menu and I was like, this is the biggest menu I've ever seen. I wish I lived here. Oh, because I've like done, where I live I've done all of the menus and all the different dishes and I had so many options and it was really nice and different. One of the amazing things about going to curry houses and whatnot is that it's like how unique are each of the curry houses. Like they all have their own different dishes and flavors, and you'll find some that you really like, or this one does a really nice masala, that one does a really nice korma or whatever, and it's so unique. And like it's also something that hasn't been franchised. Like there isn't a McDonald's of curry, thank goodness. It like the backbone of it is like it's run by people who authentically like this is their cuisine. This is like their heritage, you know. The place we went to, it was run by like 3 brothers that all run it together, you know. And that's what they all are across the country. They're all like just families, like running their curry house, and you can't like capture that and brand it. It's a really good thing to have. Whenever you go to a curry house, it's never. Someone in chat's throwing their disgust at a curry house. Look, if you went to a bad curry house, they're not all the same. I mean, you can't throw them all in one category together. It's just really like authentic cultural cuisine is what it is, and everyone you go to is a little bit different from the next, and that makes it really enjoyable. And I was just thinking about it, like it's, you know, so easy for things like that. Like that used to be like that with coffee houses, right? Coffee houses used to be unique, all were different. The coffees would always be made like differently wherever you went, and then Starbucks came along and like Costa and all these big franchises swept in and just knocked out all of those little authentic little cafes and coffee houses that you used to have, and now it's all just, you know, branded and generic and the same wherever you go, which, you know, could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I personally quite like the idea of the more independent coffee brand chains. They still exist in small villages, says Orom. Yeah, but they're going out, right? The reason I made the comparison though is because nothing's done that with curry. Like, no one's come in and tried to franchise curry, which is like really well enjoyed over here in the UK. Yeah, I feel like maybe what we should do next is introduce like another texture for the side bit here, and then kind of like weave it down instead of using this stuff. Being ethnically Indian, I always find it kind of funny how much non-Indians romanticize food I literally eat every day. Ah, oh, I'd love to eat curry every day. God. It's because I've got a feeling that maybe the takeaways and the curry houses here are a little richer, or I don't know, maybe they are literally like what you're eating every day. If so, that's awesome. Like, dang, it's so good food, but I guess we treat it like it's a treat. and something to have once in a while over here. I mean, if I could eat it every day, God, would I? Right, yeah, what we're going to use, I'm thinking deep slate, although you tend to not want to put like dark above the light. Wooden, I think, would be a bit of a hard sell. I don't actually think there's too many textures available to us. Don't want to use prismarine, that'll look awkward. I mean, I think we have to try deep slate because there isn't too many other options. I like a thigh curry too, says Hayley Bailey. Yeah, I like pretty much all of them. I like the thigh ones as well. We've got some noises in the air that I'm yet to read out. We've got Hydro, Static Cog. Oh, I did read that one, didn't I? KJiver73, thank you for 2 months. Lord Cryptid, thank you for 3. And Sir Pingo is here for 6 months. I just got on break at work, decided to catch your stream. What's good, X? Also, my mum makes an amazing curry. Awesome, I'd love to try it. Send me a dish. Joking, of course. All's good, really, all's good. Bit of water here. Worst Minecraft wood type in your opinion? I think dark oak, the saturation of it, like the planks, needs a bit of work. Otherwise, I kind of like them all. Did he just say thigh curry? I did, because I can't say some words correctly because I'm a goofus, a doofus, a woofus. Let's see. There are obviously different shades. I'm really always drawn to that one the most. I have that in stair form. Let's take some of this and just whack it into there. Yeah, just want a few of those and a few of those, I guess. And it'd kind of be easier to like do this next bit of building closer to the ground. Okay, so I think that block would be that one. Ooh, actually, I think there might be something to this. You know, the other texture would have a little bit more unity. Let's throw away a couple of things here. The other texture would have a bit more unity with. God, I can't finish my sentences all of a sudden. You know what I'm trying to say anyway, right? Like, unity with the stone bricks. There we go. There we go. Got there in the end. Let's now chuck some of these things back up here, actually. Clean inventory is good for the soul. Apparently. Yeah, there's quite a lot of these as well, actually. So, that'll do. And we'll take some of them. Hey, we got more noises! Narliquin here with the Prime. Lady Jezebellum here with 5. Jazz Madas here with the Prime as well. Appreciate it, my dude. Appreciate it. Do you like pineapple pizza? Yeah, I'm a very non-fussy eater. I have my favourites, so I'll always try and eat anything, really. Pineapple, no problem. I want to try kiwi on pizza. Whoa. Got an extra one there. So, something like that. And then what I'm thinking, and it might not look too good on scale. Dang, I'm hungry now, says AJ the idiot. Well, I talk about food a lot on these streams. I make a lot of people hungry talking about food. Tomorrow, I'm going to make a ramen broth, right? I was looking it up. Ramen, I think, is like, you have the ramen juice, you put in some noodles, and then some veg. So I got some like edamame beans, what's it called, pak chow, eggs. What else was I going to put in it? Like baby sweet corn, some spinach leaves, like just a whole bunch of like greens and healthy bits. And yeah, make a ramen broth bowl. Can't remember what the other thing I was going to cook. Oh, now I'm really wondering. What was it? I've got to look it up on my phone. That's going to bug me if I can't remember. What was the other thing I was going to make? Oh no, I was getting it. Yeah, okay, I was getting a takeaway. I forgot about that. Right, anyway. What I want to do over here is try this, like that. So then maybe we do that at that height. I was going to make it one higher. Which, actually no, it wouldn't break the thing. I think there might be something to this. To further this design a little bit, I'm going to grab some of those too. Do a bit of that. What do you think, peeps? Is this going in the right direction, or am I mad? Feel free to call me mad if you think I'm mad. It's okay, I can take it. Love his pronunciation of ramen. Is it ramen or something then? Raw, man. Raw. It's pronounced raw, man. You mean bok choy? No, pak choy, like P-A-K-C-H-O-I. It's like a spring green type vegetable, and they're really nice. Okay, so that's like here, there, those in between, and that here. Now that leaves a gap which I thought would look cool, but actually I think a better way to play this might be... Could it be to do something more like that? And actually, I kind of like the idea of leaving this like little divot in here for a bit of extra shape. Well, that's not the right block. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if that works or not. What do you think, peeps? Ugh, falling down. Ramen. Yeah, ramen. Am I saying it right now? Go. Gonna cook something and I can't even say what it is. Actually, I don't know. I think that's a bit much. I think I liked it how it was before. So let's swap it back and just see if it works. Keep falling down. Let's just completely randomly change the subject. Shall we do that? Mr. Eggmunch, thank you for the prime. Callum Fife, thank you for 44 months. Goodness me. Do we have any Evanescence fans in chat? That's my question right there. Asking as a former metal elitist who turned their nose up at stuff. Their first album sold 17 million copies. I was like, whoa. Got quite a few Evanescence fans in chat. Yeah, so they had that song, that Wake Me Up Inside, and that guy is like rapping with her. Anyway, I watched a documentary on how that song came about, how they got started, sold their record, and I was just immediately reminded of like the last time I ever thought of Evanescence was just growing up, listening to Slipknot, being all... Listen to extreme metal, being like, oh, it's sellout metal. just being an idiot. Oh, it's not real metal, man. Like it matters. Yeah, so I watched this documentary because I just really like this guy's videos he does, and I was kind of curious as well. I was like, oh, this will be interesting. And once again, another band I'm just reminded of. Yep, never actually knew anything at all about this band. And I went and listened to that song again. I was like, this song's great. Really like it. I might even pick up their first album and just give it a listen. Oh, Trash Theory, yeah. Helen Nemke, that's the channel. I mean, why not give it a shout out? Trash Theory, if you like music and you like learning about artists, especially British artists, the guy covers a lot of British music. Trash Theory, really good channel. Been watching for years. Just yeah, really liked the story of Evanescence, and especially like learning why the rap was in there, because when bands, or at least more so back then, took music to like the people in the industry, they'd always just try and change it to sell records, and so they initially rejected the idea of having like a rapper come on board, but then they had an opportunity to be in the soundtrack for the movie Daredevil, and like the deal was like, you got to bring the rapper guy in for this song, because like nu metal was big, and the industry people thought you had to have someone rapping, and like it kind of works, but it's a weird bit of the song. It's like it both works and doesn't. And anyway, I just listened to it again. I was like, I actually really like this song. It's good. It's really good. To be fair, the guy wasn't a rapper. He was the singer for the band 12 Stones. Yeah, but he was doing like the nu metal rap thing, right? I mean, it's nothing like real rap, but the lyrics are more sort of shouted and rapped. You know, a mix of that, isn't it? So, anyway, yeah, I just really liked it, and I just kind of thought I should probably go back and listen to this, because I really do quite like female voices with metal, and symphonic metal is like totally my cup of tea, so like, I should just go listen to it. And yeah, I'll probably put that on my list soon. Give that a spin. Right, so what do you think to that, peeps? I actually think it's kind of good. I think maybe it's a little bit high. Maybe what we could do is make it feel a little bit more open by removing these three. Then again, we're looking at it from the outside. From the inside, that height feels kind of perfect. From the outside, it just... yeah, now it looks odd, so it needs those. We just need a way to make it look a little less big on this side, I think. I think when you see someone like moving across it, it'll look fine. Have you heard of a band called the Birthday Massacre? They have a female vocalist, they're amazing synthwave heavy band. No, I haven't actually. There's so much stuff out there, and I haven't spent too much time this year exploring it. The Black Sheep says, hey, what's your take on the legal battle Britney Spears is undertaking? I've seen the massive surge of like drama and talking around that, and at first I was quite interested, but like obviously, like when I say I'm not interested, it's not like, you know, turn a blind eye. There's obviously something up there. Like her story sounds like really quite tragic, but I just don't really have the energy to follow it. It's just so much back and forth and so much like talking about it, and that's one of the things about drama is I'm kind of more curious in like, oh, something's happened, let's learn about it. And a lot of drama kind of gets caught up in this like constant wheelhouse of like every little bit of information becomes something massive. So I prefer like learning about things that happen after they happened and getting more like the TLDR of it all, if you like. But you know, following drama can be pretty draining sometimes, and I just have not had the energy for it, I guess. But it sounds like there is some, you know, injustice going on there. I still hold on to old school punk rock, says Evil Freak. Why not, man? There's some great records from like the punk era. I like punk music. You know me. I try and just like try to get into anything really. Like try and hear what the artist is saying. Because once you click with like an artist's vision, then it's just like anything's possible. Oh, I haven't used any of the cracked variants on here so far. Should just use a couple of those, I think. We'll use them sparingly. In fact, so sparingly, I'm going to put like one here and maybe one more. Oh, and we've got to do this on the other side as well. Did that wrong. Excuse me, mouth burping again. Had a massive, massive salad for lunch. I put olives in. Some weird little dish of like corn and feta. I don't even know what it was. I just picked it up and went, that'll go in my salad. Yeah, big old tasty salad. Not sure if it's still on Evanescence, but the article I was reading said they needed a male rapper to get it released. Yeah, so so like the record label said, if you're gonna make this song for the soundtrack, you have to put a male rapper in. And so they thought, well, this time it's one song, and if the movie's a hit, then our song like get enough traction to make an album, that kind of thing. So they decided to like, okay, we'll do it on this one track, and then the track was a hit, and then they put out an album. It sold 17 million copies, which is just incredible. G-Stav is here for 66 months. Whoa! All your talk about health has finally got me to eat better and exercise more. Disc golf, that sounds interesting. 2+ times a week, and I've dropped 10k in a month now. That is awesome, my dude. Keep it up. Keep going. See how much you enjoy it, you know. That's awesome. Well done. Mercalicious is here with a donation saying, I'm happy to see I've been able to catch this stream. Awesome. Glad to have you with us, and thank you so much for the donation. Appreciate it. Speaking of health and fitness, where I've been eating more, and obviously eating a fair bit more on my holiday, but I've actually put on some weight, so I'm closer to 12 stone again. Doesn't feel like it though. I feel perfectly fine, so I'm not even bothered. I am trying to just eat a bit more and heal up these injuries, and like, you know, I'll worry about getting my weight exactly to where I want it to be at another time. But right now I just kind of want to like heal and slowly get back into the rhythm again. What injuries, says Vesna? Ah, you must be new here. I have some long-term injuries from using the computer too much. This job, sadly, it takes a toll on you, you know. And I do all this stuff like stretching and ergonomics, standing desks, sitting desks, doing all the stuff. Trying to just keep myself from getting further injured from repetitive strain injury, but sadly it just, oh, it keeps coming up on me. Okay, I think we need a lot of those blocks. I've got some stuff here we're not actually building with anymore, so that can go back. Yeah, we're using these. Not those. Not those. So we still need a couple more things. And then probably some of these, some of those, right? Now speaking of sitting and standing, oh god, I wasn't recording. I don't know how long I've been streaming for now. I've got to look at the other thing. 1 hour, 7 minutes. I think I'll sit down now. I'm trying to like go back and forth a bit more. I'm Mation says, I'm thinking of coming out to my parents as gay. What do you think? I think you are way more informed than I am, because you know your parents and I don't. All I can do is give you my support, and I hope that they do the same. But not everyone's situation is going to be pleasant. There are some people that are still bigoted in the world, unfortunately. So, yeah, just I wish you the best whatever you choose, but I can't tell you what to do. And also this standing desk, when I tell it to go down, it always seems to reach a certain height and then just bounce upwards. It's really weird. I'm always worried it's going to break something. Right, and I'm just undoing some buttons here. Is that a fox on the mountain, says Costly Warlock? It is, yes. It is. And I saw a snow fox somewhere, and I didn't really bookmark it, but it was like, I think they're two in one spot together. Huh. There's quite a few animals that just get caught on a block and can't pathfind off, but oh, let's raise that up. Right, have I got all my ergonomics right? I'm really like double checking everything and just trying to keep my arms and control over the mouse nice and relaxed. Yeah, so I saw a snow fox somewhere, and it was just somewhere so common, I was like, I don't even need to write that down, that's nearby. But now I can't remember, so I should have written it down. Oops. So I guess we're doing this side now. That seems to be what's happening. And I guess that means I need to move the scaffolding over. How far did we actually get on this side? Like, yeah, I didn't build all of it, so let's finish it. And then we can do the opposite side. What are you building, says Krull? I'm building a spaceship that can travel between the different Hermitcraft worlds. That's why there's all this redstone stuff here. It kind of like unloads and loads chunks and does magic like that. Okay. I'm sorry. I have to be trolly. I gotta get my daily trolling in. Don't take it personally. Hypno says, that sounds like sarcasm. Yes, I am very sarcastic sometimes. And it's hilarious because I am very bad at detecting sarcasm in other people. I just love it. I think it's hilarious. Oh, also, I didn't really think about like if this thing should like extend up and do more around here, but it doesn't matter. Right, more noises in the air. Xalan is here for 9 months. Hope you're feeling well and having a great day. Thank you for the well wishes. I wish you the same. We got Metamerc 2834 with the Prime. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you. Sarcasm is the best when well done, says Reddy. I agree. I think Ricky Gervais does it best. Okay, I think we did the other side, now we're doing this one. So, before we actually do all of that, because we've still got the scaffolding up, right? I'm wondering, is there anything else we want to add or change around here? It does look really good. I feel like what it might need is something different just at the end there to kind of like tie it into the ground on either side. So I might make some modifications to those bits. In fact, it's kind of like coming to me now, so I'll try it. X is such a big troll, he can live under that bridge. No. I'm sorry, you got that all wrong. I'm such a big troll, I couldn't even fit under that bridge. Oh! Oh! Get on my level. Horizontal chains to a deep slate block at the ending rail. Ooh, using chains could be interesting. I mean, you could use chains to create like a suspension field, but I wouldn't really know where to put that in here. Oh, chat enjoyed that one, didn't they? Of course they did. Of course they did. Right, so I reckon what we do is we go like, ooh, not like that. I'll just get rid of this. It'll better emphasize the kind of thing I want to do here. God, how am I selecting the cracked ones? There we go. Wait, they're both cracked. Oh, well that make... God, come on. So I used way too many there. I was not intending to use so many. That was just a very confusing moment. That significantly helps it. Like, not 100% sure that's what I want to go for. We could also add some buttons on it. And the main thing I keep thinking about is like lanterns, but I could also take the stairs off the top and put lanterns there. Let's try a couple of things. Oh, I'm kind of like low on the old lanternage. Lanternage? Oh, you're just making up words now? Yeah. Just making up words. Becca, thank you for gifting a sub to Hypno. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Glad to have you watching, Hypno, as well. Okay, so these things, I kind of like the idea of hanging them off the side. And I was about to say there isn't a block to do what I want to do, but there is. We could, because you want something sort of semi-discreet, we could, I think keeping it the same texture makes sense. Could do something like this. Where's the best spot? Like, I think that is. That's really quite nice. I could live with that. Or the alternative is to kind of nip that off and put it on there. Yeah, no, I think that kind of just balances things on this side. Now, do I want to do an every other? I could do an every other on this because the spacing is correct, and I think I will. Shroom lights would look better, I think. Shroom lights are a whole block, and the texture of it, I always find... Like, I'm really glad they added another lighting block, but its texture feels a bit like strong for a lot of situations. Come on, let's go to sleep. I'll tell you one thing I haven't talked much about is my vacation. Vacation was absolutely wonderful. The whole week we had perfect weather. So this summer here in the UK has been a strange one. We've had 2 weeks of really good weather a while ago, and then just misery. Just raining and gloomy days. And then since I've been back, we've had a couple days of nice weather actually, which is good. But for the most part, this has been a very like patchy summer over here. Hasn't really been a lot of it. And anyway, we went away for a week and we just caught the absolute most perfect weather of week of weather. It was like every day was sunny. And if some clouds came over, there weren't a crazy amount of them. In fact, they were kind of welcomed because it was always hot. We were in this big old house with a hot tub. I got up in the morning to see the sunrise on a few days, which was like something I haven't ever done before. I missed the best day to watch it, but I caught a couple where it was coming up through the clouds, and it was so cool to watch. We had like a balcony, had deer in the back garden. I'm not even joking. Like the back garden had a fence in the middle of it, but like you could walk up to it, and these deer were like used to people, and they came really close. It was like almost magical. We had a hot tub that was in every night, eating lots of food, going for walks in the morning, and going to cool places. And we went on a walk down a river that had like all these massive rocks, and I don't know how to describe it really, but it was like a little adventure walking through all these little paths. There's like trees, and they're all sort of like hanging off of rocks, and there's a river and a stream through the middle. Everything about it was just really great. Mercalicious says, deer in the garden is magical until they eat all of your planted plants. Well, you know, we didn't have any planted plants because we were just guests there, so that was alright. And the area around where we were at was just gorgeous. So many like little cottage houses. It was quiet, country roads kind of thing. Long way away from a city. When we got to the nearest city, it was lovely. It was more like a town or village. And they put so much care into the area. There was like pretty flowers hanging off of the lampposts and stuff, and it was all just wonderful. You wanted to like stay there. Yeah, really good. Oh, which county did I go to? We went to Derbyshire, place near Belper. Belper was the name of the town. I was trying to think of it that we went into. And yeah, we just went to a bunch of nice restaurants. Went to a bunch of cool places. Like, it just had a great time. Cuppa's Bup says, oh my god, I live in Belper. Belper's amazing, dude. Like, that whole area, it's a gorgeous place. Cuppa Bup says it's beautiful. It really is. I love it up there. I love the hills and the countryside. Because we were right in the middle of it. Like, you couldn't see any town or city from where we were staying. Like, looking out across the land from the balcony at night, like, you saw a few lights here and there. Oh yeah, and I also got up to see the stars at night, but I don't know if it like, maybe I just picked the wrong sort of time. I mean, it was summer, so it doesn't get quite as dark, but maybe it's my eyes, like I didn't really see, you know, anything too vivid. Kind of looked normal, but there's less light pollution up there. So yeah, it was really, really wonderful. Just a big kind of like mental break, and I think it's one of the reasons I've come back and just started like watching the Olympics and enjoying my time a little bit, because I didn't like have to do anything when I was there. I'd log on to Twitter, and it was a social media break. I'd literally like log on just to do some minor housekeeping. Had a few little jobs to do with some downtime, and I got to play a bit of mini metros while I was there. So there was like a bit of computery stuff, but like just very, very little compared to normal. And it just gave me such a like mental break from everything that's become normal. And so I come back and I found it really hard to get in the groove of recording. I'm kind of there again now. Like I sort of lost my buzz and momentum for this season. I had all of this like, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, and then it all kind of like went away. By the way, we need to put string on top of that. That's something we'll have time to do today, so remind me later. I kind of lost all of like my momentum and my buzz, and slowly it's come back to me, but because of that I've just been trying to take more time to just relax and like hold on to that feeling I had when I was on holiday of just like staying in a relaxed place, not thinking about, oh, the next video's got to be out here, or I've got to do a stream then, Like, obviously I have to plan and manage and coordinate, but it's easy just to get wrapped up in it and then end up worrying about it all too much. What did I just run short of? We've got like a limited amount of cobblestone, cobbled deep slate here to get it right. So I kind of need to just be careful with our resources a little. So it would be that there, that here, this one we'd change. Cool. Does Evil X's tower also come with crazy lightning? When I get some tridents, I'm going to put some things in there that like hold the trident on a lightning rod and bob it up and down. So then when it thunders, it will like strike. It will be like. I'm going to do it so it like alternates one hand to the other, maybe like 5 seconds apart or something. Anyway, if you watch Doc's recent video, I was chatting with Doc about it. Like he used like like the same sort of idea, although different technology. I was sent something a while ago where you can summon lightning with the lightning rod using a trident that's stationary on it. But what you got to do is like push a piston up and down, and that's it. Like you don't need this crazy zero ticking thing. Anyway, they were going to go in the hands of Evil X whenever I get my hands on some tridents. I feel like we used a fair bit of the cracked stuff already. Oh wait, did I make a bunch more of this after I finished placing them all? That just sounds like typical me, doesn't it? We need the slabs. Right, and so over on this side it's going to be like... Oh no, I do need more. Maybe that's why. Maybe I got as far as this and I was like, oh, I need more. Oh, now I need more of that. Next one along. There we go. So... kind of goes up like that, doesn't it? It'll do. I love the Waffling X. Been here for quite some time, just chilling to the random topics. Thanks for being you. Raffi Warren, thank you, my dude. Glad you enjoy it. The Red Gear is here for 4 months. Out 7 is here for the Prime. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. Also, we got 2,700 peeps watching. Goodness me, that's a lot of people. Be sure to hit the follow button over here on Twitch if you're enjoying the stream. My next stream is on Sunday. I can't remember. That's Hermitcraft 2, right? Hermitcraft 2, the sequel. No, not that. And then I think Tuesday I'm going to do mini metros. And then Thursday, something very big, very cool, that I can't quite tell you about yet. But that's one I don't want you to miss at all. So just remember, something's going down on Thursday too. I'll be able to tell you about it. Don't know if some other hermits have hinted about it as well, but keep your ear to the ground, okay? Literally. Alright, I want you to get on your hands and knees, put your ear on the ground occasionally, right? Okay, then get back, then go, God, what's X on about? X, you're an idiot. I'm going to tweet angrily at you. Why am I putting my ear on the ground? And then you'll see on Twitter, He's just tweeted about that thing, right? See? See? I could tell you to just go check Twitter, but no, put your ear to the ground. And get annoyed first. That's the way you should do it. Right. Is this a cult? Says Joel Gaming. Is what a cult? Is this a cult? It's the cult of personality, maybe. Don't know if that really applies here, but this is parasocial at least. The ground is currently way too low for me, so I'm going to put my ear onto my desk, says It's Electro. I mean, lazy, but okay. Bit lazy, come on. Ah, we might really run out of materials now. Is that the right one? Do we have any more of this? Now, those ones can be converted to them. I really think it would be good game design just to put all of these on a loop and maybe like just craft those back to the regular block, because with inventory management in this game, it'd be so cool if you could just craft them back to a different form, because you could take like stairs are 1-for-1, walls are 1-for-1. So any type of stair, any type of full block or wall in here, if you let it loop round and just craft it back to the original, they could all just become the same block again. So then instead of having like 7 or 8 different block types, you go back over here and just change them all to the same one and then move on, and it's like your inventory is now cleaned up. Be very, very good game design that, but who knows if we'll actually see something like that. Right, I think I'm really running out of options, because there's cracked ones, and then there's, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Unless there's some more tucked away. I'd have to go mine some deep slate manually, which I'm not too keen on doing. And look at that. We're short by 5. 5 more was all I needed. We ain't got it. There might be some actually in the basement. Let's go check the basement actually. Yeah, there'll be loads in there. Dang, that was a good thought. G-Stav says I was going to do that with tags in my mod pack, but then you realised how much work it was. It'd be a fair bit of work to add, but like if you're going to play in a world for a long time, it would be a very helpful feature. Oh, no new sales. Dang. Peeps, you need to tell everyone about the premium derp coin, alright? That has not been rolled since I was last here. That looks very similar to how I left it. Right, 45. Need to see how many are selling. Oh, where am I going? Go, I need to go down here. So, somewhere in here... Yeah, there you go. More of those. That's deep slate. I'm sure I had loads. Oh, there you go. That's what I remember, like having an absolute ton of the stuff. We'll take more than we need because we can just leave it in the ender chest. The Dirt Whisperer, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it. What a great username. By the way, how did you peeps like Evil X in the last video? My Go XLR mixer settings had somehow changed, and I had to fix the voice up. And like the quality of it is a bit sketchy, and I think I've managed to improve that since. But that was me like really having a bit of a hard time getting back into the groove, and so I thought I would do a little section with Evil X. But I honestly didn't think it was that great, but sometimes you just got to try stuff and see what happens. So I was reading my comments, and some people like would say, I didn't really feel it, which is cool, because I didn't either at the end of it, but I thought it was like a good experiment to do, to put in that kind of like Evil X lone commentary type thing. Smarty says it sounded a bit more like normal X. Yeah, that's because I just sort of fall into the usual talking patterns, right? But also the the effects thing was a bit messed up, and I had to try and fix it in post, and I didn't quite get it right, but you know. Okay, so it's that one over there, and it's that height. That's just kind of like what I needed to check. Yeah, I know where we're at now. So there, and it's every other one. Am I using the right type there? Not sure that I am. I kind of think this one looks better. Yeah, it just adds a little more texture. And what's annoying is that I've removed all that scaffolding, haven't I? Ugh. Oh, here we go again. So what made you Evil X rejoin after such a long time? I mean, I don't want to say it, but like it should be obvious. Like I have something I want to do with Evil X, and that I'm currently doing. So, you know, that's basically it. I found something that worked for me, and it's only just begun. Right, in we go. Take that, change it to that one. Alright, yeah, that don't work. Try that again, there we go. With all these new dark blocks, how could you not want to be evil, says It's B-Tom. Yeah, that wasn't actually a reason, but like, convenient timing, I guess. So far, this season has been great with Evil X and Hermitcraft, says Weezer. Ah, good to hear. I'm certainly enjoying it. Is Evil X friends with any other evil hermits? I don't know. Don't really know what Evil X gets up to in his spare time. I think he still hangs out with the minions. That old gang. God. Right, there it is. So those have all been changed. Wonderful. I think as it stands, it's pretty much like finished in terms of both sides are symmetrical. I don't know if I want to put any more details in. I feel like the game doesn't have enough really small blocks for that. Oh, I should have put in some buttons maybe. Buttons could definitely add something. But I'm kind of good with that. I really don't see much at all. Only over that side there, I think there's going to be some blatant need for terraforming, because it kind of goes straight into a hill, and that's going to have to change a bit. But that's actually a really nice bridge design, I must say. That turned out really good. It can be handy to have a stack of slime blocks in addition to scaffolding, says Watery Ordinary. Yeah, true. Slab, says Costly Warlock. Slab? Did I miss a slab somewhere? Oh god, yeah, I can see it. Straight ahead. Okay then. Dang. Well spotted. String on top of the tower, says Echo. Yep, I have remembered. But thank you for helping out there. Oh, I could have just accessed it through this gap. There we go. And that's it, yeah. So this right here, this is definitely going to change though. Like it can't come that close, I don't think. So we'll let the grass spread around that, and I'll figure out what to do. I don't think I'll send it down there. But there's like a little hill here that can probably be flattened. I need to kind of like work with the contours of this entire area actually, because it's going to have like several different buildings in it, and if it's going to be all hilly everywhere, it's going to make it more difficult to fit in the things. So this kind of thing will be normal in this area, to come in and rip it out and change it to our needs. Griff on Fire says, wish dead bushes were easy to get, making my base project a lot harder. You want to go to a mesa biome, where all the terracotta is and look for the top level of all of that where it flattens out and you get the oak trees. If you, I think most of the spots are like this, but you can get a real nice patch of them. I mean, that's what I've had this season and other seasons as well. You just get like an area where there's tons of them and it doesn't take too much to fill up. Here we go. Lights go in this one. Scaffolding over there. And the inventory is looking healthier again. Please eat something, it's killing me. Don't let it bother you. You don't need to deal with that stress, it's fine. It's just a computer game. What have we put in here? Oh yeah, some stone bricks and stuff. And they go in there, right. Let's get the rest of these in. And now we need string. I'm not sure if I actually have a lot of string. Got that. That's not going to be enough. Should have collected some more the other day at that spawner that we all worked on, right? Which, by the way, I hooked up with a portal. Which means it's probably going to be like pretty quick for us to shimmy on over there and just see if there's any string left behind. Yeah, so before we do this, we'll do that. Peep Peep Yo says this music is so good. Yeah, we're listening to Jim Kirkwood. I love how many comments. I feel like you see an extra layer of comments about the music when it's Jim Kirkwood. I think the reason why is probably because it's really well executed fantasy music, like, and synth that's very accessible and like quite understandable if you're open to these sorts of themes and styles. Yet you don't really encounter it like anywhere. Like, it's obviously not pop music. It's very niche. It's not really in soundtracks. Yeah, it's very understandable and easy to enjoy. Is this a soundtrack from a game, says Talbot? I was just about to say, like, maybe a game soundtrack is where you're going to encounter something like this more often, right? So I feel like when a lot of people say that, I'm guessing that maybe you also don't hear music like this very often, but you know you like it. I mean, chat, you tell me, does that sound about right? To those of you that have... Oh, I remember where it is. It's this way. To those of you that have gone, oh, I like this music. Like, is it like, you know, I like this, but I never hear anything like it. Oh, this is interesting. Iskal commented about his portal. About it going somewhere else. Oh no, okay. Maybe he just moved his to fix it. We'll go back and look. So, that scaffolding is where we want to go. Oh, I also left my beacon somewhere. Just wondering if I want to go pick it up. I think I could probably get away with going and picking it up. String. And there is some. But that's it, sadly. And I don't want to break the cobwebs, unless with shears. Quite a few of you in chat, some of you are at least saying that you already listen to that music. Some people saying not so much. Okay, I reckon that's the portal. We put this one over here. Iskal resynchronized his one, and then maybe all of this existed already or something. Why does he keep his chests in waters? Says Al4. Creepers. I mean, that's good creeper prevention right there. No, I just put them in the same spot because we were tight on space at the time. Tech Kid Wiz says, I like this type of atmospheric music. I mean, a lot of music can build an atmosphere. Like, terminology of music's interesting, because I wouldn't primarily call it atmospheric, but yeah, I totally get what you're on about. It has, like, an atmosphere, it creates a vision. There's also, like, atmospheric music that's very, like, airy and ethereal and, like, no percussion, just sounds. And that's more ambient, perhaps, as Clarky. I mean, it's not intentionally ambient, but you can call it ambient because it's the kind of thing that drifts more into that sort of backdrop space where you enjoy it while you do something else. It's like, you probably don't listen to this sort of music too upfront. Whereas, like, pop music with singing is very upfront and, like, you know, putting your attention on it. Yeah, the whole terminology thing is always just going to be a bit of a mess with most stuff, right? I like what Cub's got planned for this area. Was Cub on? I thought he was on a little while ago. Oh, you know what? Joe might have some string. Okay, so we need to go to the top of this thing. It has a lo-fi feel, someone in chat says. Yeah, it will do, because this is music that might have been recorded with a tape recorder. Like, I know of records like this done on Casio keyboards that were, like, mixed with very basic stuff, you know? Fenris! Oh, I know why you picked that name, goodness me. Yeah, I listened to Heilung, or however it's said. They're absolutely awesome. I should probably put another one of theirs on my list, really. I very much enjoyed the one record. God, some of their stuff is just, like, so trippy. Really good music. Yeah, definitely like that sort of stuff. Your friend plays drums for them. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I've been playing a little bit of drums lately. Played some when I got back from holiday. I'm like, dang, I love this. Just so fun and relaxing. I've got noises in the ear. We've got Cody D. Pace here for 4 months. Love the new deep slate builds. Dark colours really lend themselves well to creating more atmospheric environments. Yeah, I think they've kind of, like, highlighted some needs for, like, textures and shades that were, although we thought they were in the game, they were maybe a little underrepresented. But dang, these fell down. These new textures fit in wonderfully. We got Sethotheratot. Oh, I'm probably butchering that one. Thank you for the prime, though. Appreciate it. Herminator is here for 29 months. Thank you so much. I'm trying to do the ones on the very outside first so they don't get missed or something. Tibbers01, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it, my dude. I find drumming almost therapeutic, like a way of letting out stress and stuff, says Navy Wolf. Yeah, can totally relate to that. I wish sandstone buttons were a thing, says Griffin Fire. That would be welcome. I'd welcome that, yeah. Deep slate buttons. I think you got blackstone buttons. There's no deep slate ones though, right? I don't drum, but I'm addicted to music and rhythm games, says Izzy. Ah, well, as someone who plays instruments, I can't get along with those games because, like, the Guitar Hero stuff, like, I would be playing songs, I'm like, I know how to play this on the guitar, and it is not like this. Like, I tend to, like, play to the beat and whatnot. So I find those games, like, kind of annoying, really. Guitar Hero is such a craze as well. Like, dang, like, everyone was playing that. really popular. Ah, Joe has some. Cool. As a musician and gamer, Guitar Hero is perfect fit for me, says Lazy Con. Did you not find though that like you're playing like the Journey song or something, and you'll know the picking rhythm to it, and like the thing on the screen will just be different. That's what I struggle with. Like, remember doing the Metallica one? There was like a Metallica pack or whatever, and it's like I know the picking rhythms really well, and they're just different. You have to just go bum 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 bum, and like hit the thing with the right color. And yet the it might be like Creeping Death. It's going and like doing all this tricky picking rhythm, and it's just not represented. And like it just, I hated it. I couldn't get along with it. I play guitar, and Guitar Hero is not always accurate, but it's still fun, says Manuel CL. I struggled with it, but that'd be typical of me anyway, to like have a tricky time adapting. Extra old age is showing. I was young when Guitar Hero was out. It was the happening thing all the young peeps were doing. Gah. Have you tried Rocksmith? I can't remember if I have or haven't. That's the one where you actually plug in your guitar, right? I remember that. When are you putting out your drum cover of Bleed? Oh, that's already out. Yeah, double blindfolded as well. You know, and underwater, submerged, playing Bleed. Yeah, just banged that one out last week. Only took me a week to figure it out, how to play it. God, easy mode. And tied hands, yeah. I'm bound as well. I'm a musician and I never even played it, says Squash Pixel. Yeah, most musicians can't. You need 2 brains to play Bleed on the drums. You need several brains. I started playing drums from Guitar Hero Rock Band and eventually got a set of digital drums, says G-Stab. Yeah, that's actually one of the really good things about those. The drums on them are always way better because you had your little... Like, it just made so much more sense to make the drums pretty much accurate, right? Unless you're playing on sort of easy mode on a hard song. But yeah. You can have more than one brain, says No. I mean, I don't know if I can, but... I mean, the Meshuggah drummer certainly has multiple brains. I mean, otherwise, how do they play that dang song? Enough of the jokes. Here we go. That will probably do me. That'll do the rest of the tower and a couple of other things. Hope Joe doesn't mind. I think that's too excessive. Also, there might be like an... Isn't there 2 Oh no, there's 2 Amethyst geodes. Right. Let's head back. Once, when I was like 7, I was bored and picked up the Piano's Learner's Book and had on the piano and started teaching myself. Awesome, dude. I hope you stuck with that. Like, that's how I got into instruments. I just would pick them up and play and try and learn stuff. Kinslayer says, I wish I'd stuck with the piano. Don't like wish you'd have done this thing or that thing. Like, go do it. Right? Like, yeah, you could wish that you had played, piano and become amazing, but like, if you'd have stuck with it, that might not have been how it turned out. Like, not everyone's gonna just be amazing at something because they put tons of time and effort into it. Like, if you want to play piano, like, if you have an itch, go scratch that itch and play it. If it's more like I can't be bothered, but I wish that I'd stuck it in and was really good or something, then if you're not bothered about it, you're not bothered about it. That's the way I look at stuff like that. How do you find inspiration to practice your instruments, Shira? I mean, for me, it's like it's not a chore to play an instrument. So, like, I just derive pleasure from it. You know, I like the sound. I like playing. It's fun. I mean, there's definitely certain things you could learn to do that make it more enjoyable. Like for me, it was playing along to songs. Like when I was younger playing the guitar, I'd learn riffs. Hey, it's Rendog. But I wouldn't be one to like. Did I go past my bit? I think I did. Here it is. I wouldn't be one to like go and play along with a song, and then when I started playing it a few years, well, I say a few years ago, it was like 5 years ago now. God, that time's just. But I like had this idea of like I should play along to the actual songs, not the Guitar Pro files. Like actually playing the song, and that made a massive difference. Indie Alien Jones says, "Did you hear about Joey Jordison passing away?" I did, man. That was a hard one right there. God, what a legend. It's part of getting old. Life's weird. Life's weird. When you're young, you're just constantly like learning about stuff and finding all these things in the world, and then as time goes by, like you get caught in your ways and you find your little niches and stuff you enjoy, and then you hit a phase where all the people that are a part of that start dying, and it's like, oh god, getting old. So yeah, like really heartbreaking. Absolutely amazing drummer, and like Slipknot are just one of those bands where it's like it's almost like it becomes a part of your identity. Obviously, when you're younger, like you're going to be way more like attached to bands in that way. But for me and all of my friends growing up, like Slipknot was like a part of our identity, and those musicians that made it happen, like they really like changed lives and gave us something fantastic. And Slipknot just wrote just some of the most amazing songs, right? And oh god, my best ever festival or like live show will always be Slipknot, I think. 2009 Download Festival. 10 years since they like came onto the scene and broke through, and it was just like one of those moments where you could feel like this is like, you know, Slipknot are now like here to stay. They're one of metal's best, and everywhere you went, everyone was wearing their Slipknot shirts. You know, you used to go to the festivals and everyone was wearing their like Iron Maiden and Metallica ones, and this year it was like, nah, this is Slipknot's year now. And I got all the way down to the very front, and I was just in that mosh pit all night, and like I felt like I left myself behind. I was just in the music, moshing, screaming and shouting, having the most amazing time. And yeah, I don't think any other festival or like live show has ever come quite close to that. I mean, I'd seen Slipknot before that as well, but it was just that '09 show. There was just something about it. It was mental down there. It was heaving. It was like it rained as well. Like it rained through the show, and I didn't even know because there was so much heat down the front that like the rain would evaporate before it hit your head or shoulders, you know. Socks of Doom says, well, in a mosh pit you tend to leave something behind, a 242. Yeah, I've had like some weird reflection-y stuff about like age and time lately, because I was thinking about moshing as well. I don't think I'm ever going to mosh again. And when I was like in my 20s, I was not as healthy as I am now. But I was in there just running around like a maniac, loving it. But your body's so different. Like now I've got all these like little injuries that you picked up, and even though I can like run further and just in better shape in general, like you can't take the hits of a mosh pit. I don't think I can, and I don't want to get like injured or like go in there and be like, oh yeah, bang, oh no, I can't work out for another year or something, you know, like. BR Marco says a 20s healthy is a rarity. I do not know quite what you mean by that. You're going to be like, 20s is a great time to be healthy. For most people, it's a time where you can like eat crazy and drink and, you know, do all this stuff, and your body just like puts up with it. And then when you get towards your 30s, you have to start like watching what you eat and exercise more. But you know, like you can like, you know, take good care of yourself in your 20s and be really fit and athletic and be at the peak of your health and fitness. It just tends like, you know, what are you doing with your body really? Like if you treat it like garbage, yeah, it'll be like garbage, but like in your 20s, it'll put up with way more than it will you doing that 10 years later. Hey Xisuma, do you like Slayer? Says Kush Agra. I love Slayer, and one time when I saw them, I'm pretty sure I got a cracked rib in the pit. Because the rest of the day I was just like, oh my god, my rib feels awful. I'm 40 and you can't keep me out of the pit, says your mama Nuggles. Well, if you've been able to keep it up and that's what you love doing, awesome, dude. For me, it's, you know, I might be alright with it, but it's the fear of, like, picking up an injury. Like, the knocks hit you harder now, and I care very much about, like, being able to run and work out, and, you know, that's it. Life's changed, right? You change as a person, it's fine. I don't have to be in the mosh pit forever, but dang, when I was in my 20s, I was just like a mosh pit monster. It was... like, my mates used to tell me about it. It was like, they would just go watch shows at festivals, like, and they would just see me in the pit, and they'd tell me later. I'd just always be in the pit. And that's how I used to do it. Like, I literally... sometimes I would just go watch something to get in the pit. I remember doing that for In Flames, and then I was like, I'm really not enjoying this, because I don't like this band much. And by the way, In Flames are great. Just, at the time, I wasn't that keen on them. Yeah, so I went in that mosh pit and I was like, oh, I'm going to hop over the barrier and get out. And I'd go find another band to watch and get in their pit. Oh, that just doesn't have snow on it. Oh, I've got to watch out for that as well, I guess, then. Snow ain't going to settle everywhere. Can't wait to go to a festival again. It's been a few years now, says A9 Tour. Yeah, I really want to go to one. I'm not so much in a rush to get back to all of that. Like, I've seen a lot of live shows, been to a lot of festivals, you know, really had a good run with that stuff, and I love music, so I'm going to keep doing it, but I don't feel like I need to get back to it, right? Like, I'm going to wait until things feel a fair bit safer, because it feels like here in the UK we're running the gauntlet a little bit. We're giving something a try, a bit of an experiment, kind of just opening up, even though it doesn't feel like maybe we're actually ready. So it's all a bit this and that. Right, where am I going to wrap this one up? Let me just think. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a bit of overnight AFK, because I haven't done. Actually, yeah, yeah, I think I will. Right, so I need to go head to a portal. Thresh, D1, thank you ever so much for the Prime. The closest portal is over here. We've got Ryan Hancock subscribing as well. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yo Mama Nuggets has been to over 400 shows and have the ticket stubs to prove it. Can't wait as shows just started again. Oh, that's an interesting thought. I've been to more than I would guess myself. 200? I don't know how to... I never really like tallied it up and know, but I've kept all of my ticket stubs. I've got a little box full of it. I've also got a list of every band I've ever seen in order, and it's massive, so probably a lot of that as well. Be interesting to try and count or estimate that, actually, because I've been doing it for so long, been gigging for like a long time. So it's this way. I'll go and go. Lunarius says, is there a plan for this stream? There was a plan and we'd done everything in it. Evil X, as if you could be evil, says Virus. And you're laughing your ass off, are you? Well,
I can be very evil. Very evil, alright?
yeah, you doubted me. I just swore. Although they might have beeped it. Twitch likes to beep swear words now. So you'll never know if I swore or not, really, because I could have just made all that up. God, now you don't know. Now you'll never know. Do you prefer large or small venues for music? I think some of like really unique memories of shows have come from small venues. I kind of like all of it. I like a mix, but I will say some of the less interesting shows are like the Metallica at the O2 Arena. Like when you get to that level of like really big bands sort of playing those big commercial arenas, not as good as seeing a mid-sized band in like a mid-sized place. I don't know, something like Brixton Academy, right? Or at a festival. But then I like going to those really small clubs as well. There's only like a few hundred of you in there. So yeah, I say the thing I don't like is like those O2 Arena shows. I mean, I've seen some great shows at the O2 Arena, but it's just, I don't know, the size of it, the feel of the venue. Yeah, it's probably more about what the venue's like, I guess. Rightio! My friends, that is the end of the live stream today. Be sure to hit the follow button here on Twitch. We'll see if we can do a raid. What is that? Let me just check. Oh, I don't know what that is. Right, let's go raid. We're going to go raid a random Minecraft channel. Give us a sec, peeps. I'm scrolling all the way down. Less than 100 viewers. Less than 100. Okay, got someone called Bill4 for you. Don't know who this person is. We're just supporting a random person in the Minecraft community. So yeah, that's it. Okay, you can now hit the raid button. Go do that. I will see you all later. Take care. Bye-bye.